Hey guys, it is Luke from DLM here, back with some fresh Terraria journey mode teasers straight from the presses. So this one today is about the Bestiary that's being introduced in the 1.4 update. So the Bestiary and the new Zookeeper NPC are all about the tracking and statistics of mobs in the Terraria world. For those of you unaware, the Bestiary is kind of a collection or a journal of all the monsters you've encountered and killed on your travels in Terraria. Now, the Bestiary is not character specific, it's world specific, and it includes all the monsters and all the NPCs you've met. Now, the Bestiary will include information such as the name, the rarity, the health, the knockback resistance, the damage, the armor, the drops, and where the enemy or NPC spawns. It's important to note that the Bestiary won't start filled out, and it also won't have the information filled in it for every mob as soon as you kill them once. As you can see in this example, it slowly fills up the more times you kill it if it's a monster, or the more times you talk to it if it's an NPC. So a few of you might be wondering how you access the Bestiary. Now it's just in the bottom right corner of your inventory. It opens it up with a click of the button. Now the first time you open your Bestiary, you'll see that it's quite empty. You haven't found anything yet, but as you find more and more things to interact with and enemies to kill, it'll start filling up like this, and then there comes a point where it's so full that it might be hard to start finding things. So it looks like there is, again, like the journey mode, user interface, there's a really good tab system and a really good tag system, so you can easily find what you want to do. In the example they've shown here, they have the filter for the blood moon on, and in the background of the blood moon you can see some new enemies. Now I believe 158 is the new blood moon boss, and 157 and 150 and 151 as well as 142 I believe are all new mobs. That's quite exciting. Tell me what you think about them in the comments. In this image where zombies has just been searched up, we can also see a new zombie variant, the superhero zombie, which I think looks pretty cool. We also finally know who the second NPC is. So if the first one is the golfer, the second one is the zoologist, who sells zoology related items, very well interlinked with the Bestiary mechanic. It is also well worth mentioning that this character appears to be a furry. But looking at some of the items that the zoologist does sell, we have the guide to critic companionship, which means that no longer will you kill like bunnies when you're running around with a sword, it's an accessory. Next we have a item that lets you spawn in a pet dog, which is adorable, and some little dog ears so you can live out all your furry dreams. It also seems as if the more items or the more entries you have filled out in your Bestiary, the more items the zoologist will sell. So I think that's a very interesting mechanic, giving you a bit more incentive to fill out that Bestiary. I can't really glean or guess what the rest of the items it looks like the zoologist is selling, so leave your best guess in the comments.